What's a sign that you're attractive? You get matches on Tinder as a straight man. Non-bot matches, even. You get bot matches? Remember the good old days when you got real life hookers? Now it's just people trying to sell nudes. One of my co-workers, attractive, and maybe just as importantly, 6 feet 6 inches, showed me his Tinder this summer. He had 100 plus girls in his match queue. I was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean the women he matched with are attractive. That's the catch. Yeah, I've been duped into paying for a month of gold to check out all those matches, 70 plus, and I've been disappointed every damn time. Yeah, and with gold revealed matches they can be from anywhere or any age, not even in your search parameters. Oh cool, I have 23 likes. Oh wait, they're all at least 1000 kilometers away from me and in their late 40s. Thanks for basically scamming my gullible ass Tinder. Teach me to be optimistic. And now you know why Tinder's aim is not to make people date and instead spend hours on hours and dollars upon dollars on this. I have that despite being like the 7th of September 2010. It's important to curate your photos and have a good bio. 3 photos of you alone. 2 photos with friends. Ideally 1 photo with a cute animal. 0 with dead animals, fish. I watched a female friend swipe through Bumble one night when we were all hanging out, and the boring profiles that most dudes have are just so bad and unremarkable. Here's the thing though, his bio sucked. It literally just said new to town. No cute animal pics. At a certain point you're attractive enough to not need a personality. He has a great personality for way, just that you would absolutely not know that from his Tinder bio. I believe that. Watch any season of Love Island and you realize how important height really is for girls. People instantly give you the benefit of the doubt when you do something mean or stupid. Called the halo effect, I think. Attractive people get away with things more so than ugly people. It goes a bit further than that too. Attractive people are also actively perceived to have better intentions, personalities than less attractive people. OkCupid did a study a few years back on their ratings data that showed people tend to rate the two with a nearly 1:1 correlation. While there of course are outliers, I find it interesting that the best personality among the uggest was still worse than the worst personality among the hottest. It's like the being hot version of that old joke about the only difference between crazy and eccentric being wealth. They get lesser prison time too. Dude, remember Jeremy Meeks? That guy went from convicted criminal and gang member to marrying and fucking the daughter of a fashion mogul for a couple years and separating after a while, but not before they had a child. He literally became a fashion star after his mugshot went viral and later appeared on many catwalks around the world and represented multi-million-dollar companies. That's probably the biggest example of halo effect I know. I fell for that once too often. Those times when I reflect a situation that just happened and I ask myself, hey, that was a really bitch move by that person. Why did I immediately assume I must have misinterpreted? Yes, because it's a hot girl. Dio. Found myself biased again. I think of this containing multiple senses. Allow me to sleep comfortably by explaining the benefit of doubt. I think they mean that people will excuse you if you do something mean stupid. They won't hold it against you or make a deal of it, just brush it off that you must be tired. Didn't mean it or have other things going on etc. I must be ugly as fuck because it seems like people constantly misinterpret what I say and think I'm trying to be a dick. Are you a sarcastic person? I ask because I find that sarcastic people think they are amusing when in fact they are clueless how they are being perceived and don't realize how off-putting sarcasm is to others. People putting up with your shit. This. How did you do that to your font? You use a carrot. Penis. That's a tiny one. I'm about a 3/10 and my sister is a 9/10. She hit the genetic lottery. When I'm out with her, I see life through the lens of a super attractive woman. Men and women check her out constantly, and she wears normal, non-revealing middle-class mom clothes like long sweaters over jeans or leggings. Store clerks are very solicitous. When she asks for help, she gets their full and undivided attention most of the time. She's won every interview she's had. Her husband is also super attractive and my nieces have been approached about being models. She's also a genuinely nice person and doesn't take advantage of it. But I also know that she can't quite grasp how different some aspects of life are for the super attractive versus the somewhat homely. I feel this in my soul. My sister always talks about boys that are such sweethearts, easy for everyone to be kind to you when you are an 11. She's just an all-round better looking model for sure, but she's got a way to go with the life lessons. Bless her cotton socks, face with tears of joy. That is my homemade haircut. It is a fascinator. My quarantine self haircut really gets the girls going. Exactly. And you can always tell because those smiles feel different. It's not one of those polite smiles. If you can feel their smile in your belly button, it's a special one. I usually feel them a little south of there. You're a massive weirdo, but you have lots of friends. Boyfriends or girlfriends who aren't ashamed of being seen with you in public. I was a massive weirdo and had like 0 friends growing up until junior year of high school, and then suddenly started to get invited to parties and to hang out and stuff. I always attributed it to the period of time in the early 2000s when weird became kind of quirky and cute, but your comment just made me realize that was also the year I went from a B to a D cup. Don't feel bad. From elementary school until the end of high school, I was the really weird obese 5 feet 4 inches dude who everyone made fun of. Out of high school, I don't think I've ever had a single moment struggling to make friends or getting a partner or potential SO. Probably more to do with the fact I'm 6 and approachable now. Still kinda ugly though. Makes me think of the proud face of my current girlfriend when we walk hand in hand through the city. Man, the feeling of happiness I get is indescribable. All my insecurities are gone in an instant. I love it when people want to be seen with me. Back in the good old days I always noticed people would be ashamed to be around me in public. Birds and other local wildlife help you get dressed in the morning as you sing. When I sing they start to attack me. Are you an ugly barnacle? I'm ugly and I'm proud. Is that what he calls it? People use your pics to catfish others. I used a screenshot from my Snapchat and a guy accused me of catfishing and not being the guy in the picture. Promptly blocked me before I could even respond. I was ecstatic and so flattered that he thought anyone would use my ugly mug to catfish people. Mayo. One tell is someone laughing at a bad joke. Did you hear the one about the skeleton who couldn't go to the party? He had no body to go with her. That's really funny. Internally, well, that's not a fair test. That joke's hilarious. JD from Scrubs, you know. Now she's not saying that's so sad, she's actually crying. You're an idiot. Yes, I am. He's a killer. This can also be a sign that you have some other power over them, like you're their supervisor or something. Just because Jennifer laughs at your shitty joke doesn't mean she wants you to flirt with her when you're alone in a stairwell. But I always laugh at bad jokes. The worse the joke is, the funnier it gets. What if your joke is so bad it completes a full cycle and becomes good again? This is the kind of humor I thrive on. The kind of jokes that make your friends think please shut the fuck up, but their reaction in turn ends up being the funny part of it. Like dad jokes minus the dad. That could also just mean you have more perceived power than they. You tend to get hired for most jobs you interview for. Attractive people tend to do well in life, simply because people want to be nice to them and have them around. Same goes for people being nice and more accommodating in general. I noticed that at most of my jobs and situations I've been in, observing others. Unless you are an attractive woman being interviewed by another woman who feels threatened and has poor self-esteem. This is the moment I realize when most of the jobs you get hired for are phone interviews and not even Skype ones, so no video cam. I don't know, but the moment when I felt the most attractive was when this dude I worked with, who was just a certified Adonis and smart as hell, told his girlfriend that I was the best looking guy in the workplace. She was a friend of mine and told me this. Honestly, this was 3 years ago and I'm still riding that high. That's how it goes, because men never compliment other men. They will carry a compliment for more than they likely should just for rarity's sake. When you get a deer in headlights look from people when they see you. I mean, theoretically that could be caused by being ultra ugly, too. But you can't mistake yourself for being attractive if you're that fucking ugly. It's a spectrum, and unless you're blind as a bat, you can tell which way you're leaning. Could be delusional as well. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon and leave a comment down below. Have a good one.